Asia, why don't you fill us in on what's going on in the rental market?
Okay, I just kind of wanted to give a quick overview on the governor's letter that we received this week, that kind of goes over the eviction halt that is coming into play. Obviously, everybody knows what's going on with the virus, and the hardship that it's putting on a lot of families. So, just as a result, the governor has issued essentially a 120-day halt on all eviction proceedings. And that essentially applies to anyone dealing with circumstances related to the COVID-19 virus. That would include individuals who have been ordered to be quarantined, individuals advised by a licensed agent to be quarantined because of an actual diagnosis of the virus, or they're displaying symptoms of the virus, and obviously those would have to be symptoms outlined by the CDC. An individual who has essentially a health condition that would make them more susceptible to the virus, the elderly population, somebody with a suppressed immune system, respiratory issues, things of that nature. And then it starts to go into anyone who has suffered a job loss or loss of hours because of the virus. That includes job loss, reduction of pay, closure of place of work, or an obligation to be absent from work, meaning they've been forced to stay home because they have school age or homebound kids and they don't obviously have childcare at this point. That
So
kind of, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you a question. So what changes has that caused in your business? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so we've definitely already had many of our tenants reach out because they are dealing with job loss or reduced pay. So it's definitely causing some uncertainty with homeowners. We've obviously made our homeowners aware of this order that has come out, just to kind of prepare them that in the event that this does come about with one of their tenants, what we're obligated to comply with. So definitely some uncertainty.
Okay. And other than dealing with this stay and evictions, anything else you want to fill us in on the rental market?
I do want to make one clear distinction on the eviction stay. This does mean that the actual writ of restitution, so meaning once the eviction proceeding has taken place in a court, the actual writ that gives the owner then possession of the property, that is what the hold is on. So like we've advised all of our homeowners, we can still proceed with collection action. We can still even go all the way up to, filing for an eviction and having a judgment issued. But if the tenant is dealing with any of these circumstances for 120 days, that writ will not be executed, essentially. And one other thing that we have had to make clear to our homeowners is, the tenant does have to be able to show some sort of proof that they are being affected by any one of these circumstances. So my team has kind of gone through a quick questionnaire with the tenant, basically asking, what is it that you can pay now? For example, when can you pay the remainder of the balance? And just really trying to work through payment arrangements so it doesn't have to get to that point. But I do want to be clear that you can still proceed with collecting the rent. They are still obligated to the lease agreement.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And as far as the rental market, anything going on as far as pricing, traffic, things like that?
We are definitely noticing a slowing of traffic on our properties that are usually about 1,200, 1,300 and above. So our higher end rentals are definitely slowing down. Anything kind of in that lower price point is still very much active.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for the update. I'm looking forward to more of these in the future from you, and
Awesome.
be safe.
Thank you. You too.